Hey, g'day there. You know there's a reason you're seeing this clip. Someone thinks highly enough of you and they desire to share good news together with you. It's all about the flow of money. So let's learn what the flow of money is. And if you understand how the flow of money works, you're never going to be without it anymore. The wealthy know, and they practice this knowledge. Now you can. So Steve is the hotel owner here, and a fine young lady, businesswoman, comes into town, and she says, look, I'm new to town. I'd like to prospect to see about my business, making some sales, moving it here. Can I reserve a room for the night? Steve says, sure. It's a $200 deposit. She says, you're welcome, and she pays Steve $200. Steve, the hotel owner, just benefited $200, and off she goes to see about business in the town. So Steve, he thinks of Louie, the butcher. You see, tomorrow night, Steve is hosting a big barbecue for the local Ford dealership. The owner of the Ford dealership, he has got a big sales event for his top producers. So Steve takes a $200 windfall, and he goes to Louie, the butcher. And he says, Louie, look, I know you've got all this extra meat for tomorrow night's barbecue for that sales team at the Dunlop Ford dealership. I'd like to give you $200 in advance for it. Louis says, thank you a lot. So Louis benefited $200. See up here in the top right? That's a total of $400 now from the original $200. Louis happy he benefited. Louis thinks of Mark the mechanic. You see, Louis just had his truck in Mark's shop to get the transmission done, and it was a $1,200 bill, and Louis paid $1,000 and he owed Mark $200. So he covered his debt. He went to Mark, said, here's $200 owe you. I really appreciate you helping me out. So Mark the mechanic, he's benefited $200. Now there's a total of $600 in transactions. 3 people have benefited so far from the original $200. So Mark the mechanic says, great for that windfall. He goes and sees Reggie down here, Reggie, the auto parts retailer. And he says, Reggie, I'd like to put $200 on my monthly account. Reggie thanks him a lot. Reggie just benefited $200. Now we have a total of $800 from the original $200. The day's closing. Reggie says, I'm going to pop by Mr. Dunlop, the Ford dealership. He's my wholesaler for specialty parts. I'd like to put $200 on my monthly account. Thanks. Mr. Dunlop just benefited $200. The owner of the dealership. Now there is a total of $1,000 from the original $200. There is 5 businesses, 5 people have overcome their debt, solved monetary problems, whatever it was. Mr. Dunlop's happy. On the way home, he stops by the hotel. And he says to Steve, the hotel owner, look, I'm sure you'd appreciate this. I want to give you $200 towards tomorrow night's banquet. You know, I called you up with such late notice. Steve says, no problem. So Mr. Dunlop pays Steve, the hotel owner, $200 towards the banquet tomorrow night. Steve just benefited another $200. See how it cycles around? That's a total of $1,200 from the original $200 beginning this transaction. That's it. Original $200 has helped 6 individual business people for a total of $1,200. The fine young business lady comes back in. It's right on sundown. Says, look, you got a lovely town. I don't think this business will fit here. I've had a really good look around. I think I'll move on to the next place down the highway. Can I have my deposit back? Steve says, no problem. Each individual in this, not a story, in reality, in real life, has benefited $200. There was only an original $200. Are you starting to get the picture? The flow of money, utilizing one lot of money, and it is done as business again and again and again and again. And each entity that handled that original $200 benefited $1,200 from $200. And she got her money back. Whoever brought you to this clip, they did it for a reason. They're about to introduce you to this same flow of money. So get back to the person who brought you this clip. Let them tell you what the smart choice is all about. Great, you guys. Thanks for being here. Look at the rest of the playlist. Don't forget to subscribe. Get back to that person. Find out how the smart choice utilizes the flow of money to help you solve your problems, help you get where you want to be, help you help other people. That's what business is about, helping others be successful.